Hello everyone, it is Foul Play here, and we are back here for another Modern League. So I've been versing a decent amount of Mono Red Obosh over the last week. And I did actually look up a deck list, and it is I found a deck list on Star City Games based off Emma Hayashi. Turns out they actually have 4 Blast Zones in the sideboard and 2 Oblivion Stones. So I'm sort of thinking at the moment we might need a Call on Pithing Needle if we're going to reliably beat that deck, right? Alright, so the list I'm going here for today has got my usual 20 lands with the 1 of Dryad Arbor over there being that fetchable creature, 4 fetch lands, you know, the rest. 8 hexproof creatures between Slippery Bogle and Lake of the Scout. Core Spirit Dancer, that big, heavy, hard-hitting creature against combo decks. Ethereal Armor, 1/1 first strike for each enchantment you control. I'm going to be using that as a 4 of. Hyena Umbra 4 of, so 1/1 totem armor first strike. Rancor 4 of, +2 trample. Grifspoon is a 3 of, giving us that flying when we can return it from the grave for 4 mana, sorcery speed. Spider Umbra, totem armor reach as a 2 of, so extra couple of sources of totem armor there in addition to the Hyena. So Sentinel's Eyes is a 1 of, going to allow us to attack. Daybreak Coronet as a 4 of, obviously, so 3/3 first strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, and Spirit Mantle as a 2 of. I've got 2 Suppression Field in the main as well, and 2 Path to Exiles in the main there too. So sideboard wise, as I said, Pithing Needle coming in as a 2 of. Hushbringer I'm dropping down to a 2 of. Gaddock Teague I'm keeping at 3. I think Pithing Needle in combination with Gaddock Teague could be very good. Lets us shut down our opponent's Blast Zone or Oblivion Stone while having Gaddock Teague online. Force of Vigor, I'm not sure if I'm bringing it in against them yet or not. If they're on Khan the Great Creator, I definitely will. If not, possibly not. Dismember is a 2 of, so again, against the Prowess deck, it's going to be important to answer their creatures, but at the same time, I don't like ramping them into Blast Zones, so I've actually brought Dismember back into the list because of that. And they're not attacking us and killing us super hard anyway, right? And 4 ley lines in the sideboard for Jund, Burn, all of that sort of stuff. Just probably not the Mono Red Prowess deck, because I don't actually think that much damage comes to our face from burn spells. It's just the creatures hitting us. And yeah, unlike the burn match and up and stuff, I don't actually take out as many Core Spirit Dancers either. I don't just straight cut them. Alright, so we're up against yPrincipe. I think he's a Tron player. This guy is, fairly high up on the leaderboards fairly consistently. It's taking me all the way down to my name for some reason there. Yeah, yPrincipe. So he's 6th on the leaderboard at the moment. Alright, so we lost the die roll. This hand's looking very, very garbage. So we're going to throw it. Look for something better. Alright, this is definitely something better. Keep it, drop a Temple Garden, and we'll go off this one. Opponent has also mulligan to 6, so that should be quite nice for us. Alright, let's see what they do. Alright, it's Amulet, and we don't have any totem armor. With a turn 1 Amulet on a 6-card hand. Oh god, man. Why do you do this to me? I don't need more creatures. This is already really slow with Spirit Mantle, Grifspoon. I need proper auras, not this rubbish. Alright, opponent with a slow turn 2, which is something. It's got to become a meme at some point. This is very frustrating. I'd almost prefer land over that, if I'm being entirely honest. So just going to get in for 2 points there. Going to pass back to our opponent, see how explosive their turn is. Probably very. Probably quite explosive. What are we drawing? Anything of relevance, please. Nope. Alright, so I'm almost at like returning Grispoon mana, so I'm just gonna throw down the Grispoon, attack for 3. Second Amulet of Vigor. Alright. They got any more tap plans to go crazy with? Cavern of Souls. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a pretty slow Primeval Titan, but pretty sure next turn they're going to hit that Primeval Titan. They're going to start going off from that point. So I get Dryad Arbor to do a little bit more damage here. It could be wrong because if they like shoot down... You gotta be kidding me, man. Fucking hell. Those draws were a land and 3 creatures. Sorry, land and 2 creatures? What else did I draw? I mulled to 6. I've had 4 draws. I definitely had Scout, Bogle, Mantle, Grispoon, so maybe I drew 1 Spirit Mantle. I thought that was in my opening hand. I'm thoroughly confused right now. I think I'm down a card. Is that right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 in hand. Mull to 6. Okay, no, we have the right number of cards. I've lost track of one of the ones in my starting hand. Oh well, move on from that. Alright, here comes the Amulet stuff. Get ready for Primeval Titan, blowing up our Dryad Arbor, probably getting a bounce land into transmuting Talaria West on the attack steps. I imagine we're just like very, very dead here. We drew like literally the worst cards in our deck that we could have. If this was like a core Spirit Dancer as well, we have a chance to come back into it or like apply some freaking pressure. And our opponent had like the slowest Amulet Titan hand I've seen in a long time, like where they actually have the amulet and their lands just don't do anything. And like even then we just like still not good enough there. Alright, so they're gonna get the Red Castle thing, they're gonna get Valakut. They might just have like Dryad of Lycian Grove, or like they'll transmute for Summoner's Pact into Dryad and look to get us next turn maybe. I don't know how we're winning this without Totem Armor and without Daybreak. Opponent's on 11. Maybe that's 4 attacks. That's not going to happen. So that's the Gruul Turf. They're probably bouncing Timber. Yeah. So this is all like pre-combat, so they can actually like use this to find Dryad of Lycian Grove after like bouncing it. So like going for 7 mana there. Giving their creature haste. Oh, they haven't bounced it? No, they did bounce it. Oh, there's a Dryad anyway. Well, it was a waste of time. Fuck this shit. Get out of this one. Fucking next game. I love not being able to interact at all. Force is good. Dismember is good. Gadok Tig, pointless. Suppression Field, pretty weak. Path, very good. Might just be a Core Spirit Dancer and a Grispoon here. Or maybe Sentinel's Eyes. I don't really want to minus down on Spirit Mantle because like the 2 CMC on that aura can be important on not having Daybreak fall off following an explosives. So I don't love going down on core, especially not on the play, but I can't reduce more Grispoon. Sentinel's Eyes is really good because you get it back from the graveyard. You can also like, I think in one of my matches I blew up my opponent's Dryad or Amulet, blew up my own Sentinel's Eyes and got an extra draw on my Core Spirit Dancer so I could like recast the Sentinel's Eyes. Yeah, it's just It's what it is. Alright, let's see if we actually get like a playable hand this time. Sure, this looks good. We got Totem Armor, we got Core Spirit Dancer. I mean, it's not the most amazing hand in the world, but I'll go with it. My opponent has like a turn 2 or 3 Primeval Titan. I'm just dead. Though that's probably most of the times against their decks, so you know. Alright, let's see what they do. We like quickly kept as well, which shows strength. Alright, they're keeping 7-2. I mean, after that first game though, I'm not sure if I have much of a poker face online. Just like doing nothing the entire game. But I can't help drawing all those hexproof creatures. Just Variance loves to get me when I'm recording. Boreal Grazer, not the worst. Gruul Turf, okay. Turn 1, 2-mana land, great. Could be facing a turn 2 Dryad or like Amulet Dryad. Unless I have like another Boreal Grazer and Amulet of Vigor, I don't think they can ramp past the Dryad of Elysian Grove this turn. They might have Azusa plus like Amulet and Bounce Land, and that would do it. A hand like this on the draw though, like, is just probably not going to do it. Alright, well, there's the Summoner's Pact. What are they getting? I love, like, completely overpushed decks. They're great. Oh, they've got the Amulet as well. Oh, it's an Arboreal. Okay, that's not the worst. We're facing a fat Primetime this turn, though. Ghost Quarter. Alright, so Totem Armor first. Get our yields happening. Rancor next. Sentinel's Eyes next. Alright, those like 3 creatures in hand are just awful. We get to attack for 10 though. Like, maybe 1's okay, but the others are pretty pointless. Dried Up is never going to be a good land drop, and like, it's never going to be a good creature either. Alright, so opponent loses both their Arboreal Grazers. They have to pay for Summoner's Pact now. It's going to eat up a large chunk of their mana. Let's see what else they can do with the turn. After that, Amulet of Vigor, wow. Into Bounce Land? Go on, show me the Bounce Land, opponent. Oh, wow, he didn't have the Bounce Land. Okay, cool. So, oh, wow, that's a good draw. That is a very good draw. Alright, and we actually have lethal there. Alright, the power of Core Spirit Dancer coming to light. Getting in. We didn't show Force of Vigor as well. I mean, they can assume that we have it, but we didn't show it, which is nice. So, Hushbringer is now in a situation where it hits both Arboreal Grazer and Primeval Titan. And it's a creature that I guess I can't play like Core Spirit Dancer on the curve there, but like if I play Hushbringer into like a Dryad of Elysian Grove, like a turn 2 Dryad of Elysian Grove, if I play Hushbringer into that, it doesn't just die to the Primeval Titan entering and killing, so I think it's a slightly nicer efficiency swap here on the draw. And aura-wise, I don't know what to minus. Maybe it's just a Hyena Umbra. I like Hyena Umbra. I'll go down another Griffspoon. I suppose if we're bringing in the Hushbringers, we have like a creature with flying now as well. So the flying stat on Hyena Umbras, on Griffspoon's a little bit redundant. Yeah, I think we got this. Alright, we don't got this hand. This hand is rubbish. Opponent has also mulliganed to 6. Alright, this one's good. We're going to keep it. Guess we bottom the redundant Bogle. Although... I don't have a good bottom there. I wish that was a 7-card hand. It's like a really good 7-card hand there. But... Turn 1 a Boreal Grazer from my opponent's 6-card hand. To Gruul Turf, so same start as last game. Alright, we draw our second mana source. I'm very happy to see that. So Bogle and pass from me. Now, like, the God tier is like a green card off the top of our library. Alright, there's the Dryad of Lycian Grove. Radiant Fountain, gain some life. Well, that's a pretty good one too. We're like attacking really badly into a Force of Vigor here, but I don't think we get to play around that. So we'll just attack. Alright, just to chump with the Boreal Grazer, so that's good for us. I think a draw step, blow up the Dryad of Lycian Grove is the best thing we can do. I don't want them ramping here. And if they had the Amulet of Vigor, they would have played it last turn off the Radiant Fountain. If I can delay prime time for a single turn, that might just be enough to win it for us. Gruul Turf probably bounce the Radiant Fountain here. Yep. So access to 3 mana. Alright, well that was pretty good. Hushbringer. Oh boy. So I can just attack for 10. Any aura off the top of... No, attack for 12 here. Well, that's a better clock. So if I play Hushbringer here, even though it interacts with Primeval Titan and stops the land search, it stops me from getting blown out by explosives by playing the Hushbringer there as well. It's like that much slower that it's not worth it. Okay, so it was an attack for 10. I counted the ethereal armor damage twice there. Primeval Titan, sure. So they're probably getting Stellaria West and Simic Growth Chamber here. They can't give their creature haste this turn, so maybe if they've got a double Titan hand, they go for like the haste effects for their next, like their Titan next turn. So an ethereal armor. Okay, they're getting the Stellaria West Simic Growth Chamber. Ethereal armor, Rancor. It's worth fetching this. Mantle. Yeah. Alright, let's attack for 10. Put our opponent to 4. That's like 2 attacks with Hushbringer now will finish them off, but they can obviously gain life with Radiant Fountain, so that's not necessarily the case. Oh, so they're going the Stellaria West route now. Transmuting, engineered explosives on 1, wipe my entire board. And then Hushbringer has to be really good for us, but they can just attack and get bounce lands. And also Vesuva that counters copies Radiant Fountain. I think we're in trouble here. That really sucks blanking on aura. Like if that Spirit Mantle was a Griffspoon, we won. Oh boy. Oh boy. I I don't think we can beat this. Maybe if they search wrong, we path into something. Dismember doesn't even cut it now for prime time. Like, Hushspring is good, but it's not that good. Field of Dead. God damn it, Spirit Mantle. Another Talaria West to deal with. And of course they've got the Amulet online as well, just to make things even better. Alright, well, we don't really have much of a choice about it. We just got to path this stupid Primeval Titan on draw step here. We can't let them attack with it again. And we just want it off the table, right? Maybe I'll wait until attack step, in case they do something with Talaria West there. It was probably correct to wait until the beginning of combat step, just before they declare attackers. Because now they could just, haste out another one. Alright, so... They can, however, just Field of the Dead... Sorry, they can just Talaria West for explosives on 2, potentially. It's a tight game. I think we can get there. So, Rancor or Ethereal Armor off the top of our library, and we'll have Lethal. Ghost Quarter targeting their own forest. Another Field of the Dead. So they're just trying to go wide with zombies at the moment. What's off the top? Currently, my opponent has 14 damage on board. Cycle this Horizon Canopy because it's a free cycle. It's more mana efficient to do it now. I can attack for 1 off lethal. That's pretty good. Attack for 3, gain 3. Put our opponent to 1. Unless they have an answer for Hushbringer or can gain 4 life here. Take 14. Take it like a boss. A Boreal Grazer? Oh, man. Get ready for that blowout. No land either from my opponent. Oh, there's the land. Okay, Cavern of Souls. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, well, we'll play it in the way so they don't just snap concede and they can see that we actually, like, slow rolled the Spirit Mantle. So, boom, attack in. No cards in hand. Alright, wow. We get the win against yPrincipe. 6th on the leaderboard. Jeez. That was close. He attacked us all the way down to 5 and we put him to 1. Wow. Well, I guess that Path to Exile was really clutch, and after we dealt with the Primeval Titan, they had, like, nothing else good going other than Field of Dead. Damn. Okay, that was an unexpected win. Very happy to grab that one. Yeah. Alright, so we won the Darrell. Gonna be on the play up against... I don't even know how to say that. So, let's get into this one. Yep, cool. We'll keep this one. Looks good to me. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play our Bogle out turn 1. And pass the turn. There's a pretty decent argument to turn 2 Core Spirit Dancer here. Spire Bluff Canal, is it Storm? If it's Storm, I definitely want to. But I also could be playing into a Spell Pierce here, which would be bad. Alright, so... I don't think the 3 damage is going to be like that vitally important here. Let's just attack for 1 and play Core Spirit Dancer. It could be playing into Lightning Bolt as well. I don't think it's Blue Moon though, because they wouldn't run Spire Bluff Canal because they need to, you know, hit Cryptic Command mana on turn 4 and like top decking a Lightning Bolt. Okay, well there's the Lightning Bolt. It seems odd. Lava Dart. Oh, okay, it's the blue-red Prowess. Gotcha. Alright, Spire Bluff Canal makes more sense in that deck. So, Swift Spear for next turn. Alright, well, we're like really good here. We're about to get Core Spirit Dancer down with Totem Armor. And we have a Daybreak Coronet on the way after that. So, I mean, it would take 3 Lightning Bolts to kill Core here. Which would be their entire turn, and they'd lose their Swift Spear. So, yeah, we're in a really sweet spot here. Slightly, like, greedy going for Core Spirit Dancer, but at the same time, there's no reason not to. Manamorphose? Yeah, sure. Don't forget Lava Darts in the grave. They can stack the Steam Vents to get rid of it. Alright, well, we just empty our hand now. And I'm sure my opponent's going to concede at some point soon. After they see this one. Alright, Daybreak. Too good. So, blue-red Prowess. We want the extra creature removal against Prowess. Leyline, I think it's going to be decent here, more decent here than against the mono red version. The blue version shouldn't have shouldn't have Blood Moon. So no need for Force of Vigor. Core Spirit Dance is weak. Suppression Field is weak. Pass are really good. Flying's pretty decent. We do have to worry about that 5 mana flying creature of theirs. They play off the Manamorphose on turn 2. Yeah, let's just go no Core Spirit Dancers for this game. So, on the draw here, Daybreak Coronet obviously very strong. The card we need to worry about is Spell Pierce and maybe to a lesser extent Izzet Charm. It says no auras and no Horizon lands though. But we are on the draw, so the likelihood of drawing. I think this is worth a keep. We're up a game as well, so you can keep sort of like a high risk, high reward hand here when you're up a game on the draw. We didn't bought out a single aura either, so we got good aura density in the deck. Alright, so my first draw is not helping me out. But like, the good news is we're never going to be land screwed this game. We can easily play around Spell Pierce if we have the extra turn or two. Swift Spear. Into Opt, yeah, sure. So it's going to be an attack for 4 unless they mutagenic growth. So I can't see us taking too much damage here. Alright, Well, on the off chance my opponent has Blood Moon, I might want to be able to fetch the basic planes there. Just going to attack my opponent for 1 here. Use my Slippery Bogle to chump block as long as they don't crash through, giving their creatures trample. Again, if we just top deck a single 1 mana aura, Daybreak Coronet is very likely to resolve, and then we win the match. So, Stormwing Entity. All right, sure. So we get a free chump block here. We could potentially fetch out a Dryad Arbor, and chump block these Swiss Bears. They've sort of left themselves open to that, but then we can't Daybreak next turn, so that would just be really, really bad. So we'll get our planes. Any aura. Alright, sweet. That will do. Alright, I should have played the Razor Edge Thicket and play that, but that's alright. Get in for 6. Opponent left with 2 cards in hand now, so Prowess triggers are potentially limited this turn as long as we dodge Lava Dart. And they can flashback a singular Lava Dart as well. So just taking into consideration potential for chump blocking here as well. And yeah, Mutagenic Growth would make the chump block quite bad. Gut Shot. Paying the life instead of paying the mana floating. Light up the stage. Okay, that makes plenty of sense though. Double Moon on top? Wow, okay. Didn't expect the blue version to be boarding in Moon. Well, we definitely dodged a bullet there. My opponent's not even going to attack and pretend that they might have Mutagenic Growth there. I mean, I guess I'm at a life total, he's attacking for 14, so I'm going to chump block anyway. I don't have a choice. Alright, well, risky hand paid off. Currently 2-0. Get this happening. Match 3, here we come. Alright, won the die roll up against Jensland. Let's be on the play. Alright, throw this one up against Obosh, so have to be worried about main deck Blood Moon here for a mono red Prowess deck. Alright, this is a keep. Bottom, Razor Edge Thicket, and the Hyena Umbra there. So we're going to be able to turn 3 a Daybreak Coronet with Trample. That should hopefully be enough to get us the match. Through the Blood Moon. This deck is getting so much play at the moment. So much that I'm actually sideboarding Pithing Needles to next level their Blast Zones they sideboard in against us. Blast Zones and 2 Oblivion Stones as well. This deck goes big on its hate, on its explosive effects. Alright, so opponent keeping a 7. So Obosh, big giveaway of the sort of hand we need to keep here. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be throwing away the Hyena Umbra there. Beaumont Courier, sure. Alright, so that's going to attack, draw a card for them. That's all fine. Alright, so we'll attack for 3. Pass to our opponent. So 17 plays 17. Soul Scale Mage is fine. Swift Spear is fine. And obviously, no blocks here. I'm just going to past the turn. This Windswept Teeth can be uncracked until my turn. Alright. Well, Rancor's not bad, but if they have Blood Moon in hand, and they do run 4 main deck Blood Moons, if they have that in hand, I'm not going to be able to deal with them. But hopefully Daybreak Coronet here is going to be good enough. Alright, opponent concedes to the Daybreak. So that's a big sign as well that they don't have the main deck explosives, right? Alright, so Pithing Needle here. Suppression Field is a maybe. We need to deal with Blood Moon as well, so Force of Vigor is going to be needed. Dismember and Path. I don't love Path in this matchup because it ramps them to Blast Zone, and then you just like ramp yourself into getting blown out quicker, and they don't deal damage that quickly to you. I go down to 2 Core Spirit Dancers, and now I'm looking at like trimming on auras. So Griff Spoon, might just -2 Griff Spoons. No. Yeah, let's -2 Griff Spoons. All right, we'll go with that. Alright, obviously this is a terrible hand and we're not keeping it. Alright, we found a keepable hand. We're going to keep this one. Bottom Horizon Canopy. Bottom Ethereal Armor. Double Ethereal Armor is way worse than Ethereal Rancor here because if our opponent does use a Blast Zone effect, we get Rancor back. We don't get the Ethereal back. So Dismember, not bad. We can also cast this through Blood Moon, which can be pretty important, right? So Bogle pass. And we'll just let them do their turn too. This is all fine. Swiss Spear. Is it going to be a light up the stage? It's going to be a Firebolt and attack for 4. Alright, this is a bit more of an aggressive game than I sometimes face against them. Alright, let's throw down our Rancor, and we will attack for 3. For our opponent Blood's Moon, we can crack in response, get the basic, and we're going to be definitely like using Path or Dismember this turn as well. Alright, let's crack this one now. I think I'm forced into using the Path here as well. Lightning Bolt me. Sure. So that puts me to 1 after the Path, and Dismember's turned offline. So we pretty much need Daybreak Coroner off the top here. See if our opponent misses a land drop as well. Because this is their 3rd turn. And they've got 2 cards left in hand. Blast Zone. Well, there's the Blast Zone. I bloody knew it. I bloody knew it. Alright, we concede here. Maybe not. We can jump block the Swiss Spear, but the thing is they... Alright. Let's see if they reveal anything else to us. They can also just flashback Firebolt from the graveyard. So we are dead. Whether or not they see it's another matter. Alright. Right on time. This Dismember looks so much worse than like Path here as well. Maybe Path is fine now that I'm packing Pithing Needles. So we'll concede to Season Pyromancer. There's no way we can block like that much after missing land drops and creature drops. So that's fine. Sideboarding. So there it is, the Blast Zone. As I was saying, nice and middling. That one kept in a lot more burn effects than what a lot of them do. Maybe Leyline is worth it. Because I could go Leyline over Path to Exile and Core Spirit Dancer, but then I don't have a good rebuild if my board gets destroyed. I honestly don't think Leyline's necessary. Let's run the same list back. It's a pretty bad hand. Considering like what they do, this is pretty bad. I have no way to push through damage. They can just like chump block for days. I have no way to get basic land, and I have no life gain, no creature removal. Like, wow, these hands are atrocious. What'd I do? Opponent kept 7. I can't go to 4. Alright. Guess we have to keep this one. Dryad Arbor is pointless. Dismember can go as well. And we'll keep this 5. Hope to draw land into Daybreak or something. And like the land deals damage to us as well. We had the same in our 6 though. Like just a land that dealt damage to us. Our 7 was definitely our best hand that we had. But all our hands were just bad. Holding up Mountain. Interesting. Well, we can slam down the Rancor here and attack for 3. Slow roll this Hyena Umbro. They don't have to know about it. It looks like they're probably quite heavy on burn effects here, which is quite bad for us because our hand deals us a lot of damage. Although they just went to their turn 2 without doing anything. Turn 2 Bomac Courier. They... Alright, well, we have to throw down Totem Armor here. I guess we don't have to. We could hold up Dismember. I really don't like casting Dismember here, though. Like, my life total is way too fragile. Just attack for 4. Get some sort of a race happening. Here's going to be the, like, Blood Moon. Watch him keep a Blood Moon hand. Alright, so Season Pyromancer. I was going to say, watch him keep a Blood Moon hand when I mull to 5 and have, like, not a single way to get a basic. Firebolt and Season Pyromancer discarded. That's land. So this is probably the spot where we need to be chump blocking. We want to leave a Hyena Umbra in hand here in case our opponent does something like Blast Zone as well. So we're going to look to chump block one creature and dismember another one. There's the Blast Zone. Well, you can't Bomac Courier and Blast Zone, opponent. Is there a play around here where I remove one of his creatures and it does good things for me? So, if I dismember here, it could force my opponent to either crack Bomac Courier now, or crack the Blast Zone, or lose the Bomac Courier value. I guess what they're going to be trying to do is Bomac Courier have Blast Zone live another turn, so that they can play land, attack, and then pop. Alright, this is a lot of damage. I don't like it, but we'll try and force a misplay here. Alright, they just take it. Maybe Pithing Needle off top as well. Five cards in hand still, like freaking heck. I don't think we can do it. This hand was just way too awkward, way too weak. Let's attack here, force them to pop the Blast Zone, so they'll jump block, pop it, and then we can play out a second Bogle plus Hyena Umbra and look to jump block them. I should restructure the blocking order there so I kill one of the elementals. I messed that up. They should have one less elemental on the board here than what they do. I clicked through accidentally. Hopefully that like one extra damage doesn't kill us here. Can still draw Daybreak off the top and be in a really good spot. We can now answer a Blood Moon as well. My opponent like just jams Blood Moon here. We can actually do something. Another Blast Zone? I mean, like, come on, man. No attacks. Do I have any way to be double Blast Moon on the back of, like, all this damage I've taken from my lands and from his creatures? I don't know. Well, that's good. That is good. We still have a creature. So unless they have the third Blast Zone in hand, which at this point they probably bloody well do, then we can potentially just get a... just like a million fucking lightning bolts. Yeah, alright, whatever. I love when our deck low rolls. Like, that's so obnoxious. I'm not sure. I need to find out if that deck actually takes any number of Blood Moons out against us. Because if they do, it makes Force of Vigor really bad. And, like, a real dead board in. Because they're just, like, next leveling us by sideboarding it out. But if they keep it in, it's fine. If they keep it in some number, it's sort of annoying. But I think if I got a target like a Bomat Courier and I could potentially 2-for-1 my opponent's Blood Moon and their Bomat Courier, or 2-for-2, sorry, then that's reasonable. Yeah. Mild to 5, what can you do? So, match 4, won the die roll. Alright, so we're going to be on the play up against Pan Cement JP. Keep this hand, looks very strong. Our mana base doesn't deal very much damage to ourselves. We have, you know, Totem Armors for any Blast Zone decks, and we've also got the Daybreak Coronet here, so this is going to be pretty nice. Neoform? Please no. Please be spirits. Alright, it's spirits. We're fine. I mean, apart from the fact there's, like, absolutely nothing fine about Skyclave Apparition. That card is, like, so overpowered. It's a 3-mana, like, Thought-Knot Seer that deals with the board instead of someone's hand. It's, like, so damn broken. The fact you don't get the card back is very strong. Spell Queller. Okay. Okay. let's cast the core Spirit Dancer here. We've got enough aura density in our hand, like threat-wise, that we don't really need the Spirit Dancer. More interested in having our Daybreaks resolve. So this is going to get Spell Quellered. That's fine. We can then play Hyena Umbra and attack for 3 and keep a little bit of tempo happening here. So, in for 3. 4 mana up. So, that's representing Collected Company or another Spell Queller. Alright, let's see what they do. Like, either of these resolve, we're probably pretty good. Alright, both resolve. I could be playing straight into a Skyclave here off a Collected Company, but I think they'd be using their Spell Quellers to try to counter it. Or at least in response to the, like, second one, they could Collected Company, look to hit either Spell Queller or Skyclave Apparition, and then answer either the one on board or the one in hand. So it's just a Rattle Chains and a Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay. Gain a bunch of life. I don't know, maybe throwing away that core Spirit Dancer was wrong, and I should have thrown away a Daybreak Coronet. Opponent drew Aether Vial, so that's good. So, like, potentially one Skyclave in hand that they can play at instant speed because of Rattle Chains. So I'm going to cast Sentinel's Eyes here. They concede. Alright, we'll take it. Hushbringer is good here. Suppression Field, probably not. Dismember, pretty good. Probably look to minus like 1 core Spirit Dancer, 1 Gristbone, and we can go with all that. Actually, Spirit Mantle... Spirit Mantle's better if I'm attacking, but worse if I'm needing to block. I think overall it's the more powerful effect, so I'm going to keep it. You never know. Our opponent could have like Giver of Runes as well to like protect their creatures and just chump block us out with their flying. So yeah, this seems good enough to me. Yeah, we keep. The only problem with this hand is no double white, but like everything else is pretty strong about it, so. Turn 1 Aether Vials, so no turn 2 what's the card called? No turn 2 Spell Queller here. I've done this wrong, I think. Maybe not. My opponent can just have like Spell Pierce, Mana Leak, things like that. Deprive. I wouldn't imagine they'd have Remand. That seems a bit deep. But they can have counterspells. And I'm now in a position where I can't utilize the green mana next turn if I play the Spider Umbra this turn. So I sort of have to let Hyena Umbra... Okay, yeah, sure. Lofty Denial. I forgot they run that card. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 or 4 if you control a flying creature. So Spirit's flying, so they get like a slightly upgraded Mana Leak. I have versed that. I have had that card played against me once, like 2 weeks ago. Completely forgot about its existence though. So Drogskull Captain with two activation on the Ether Vial for a potential phantasmal image or something. Or I suppose they can also have instead of phantasmal image, they can just have rattle chains and give it hexproof for a turn. Alright, we're going to Daybreak. We're going to attack. Our opponent can chump block with Rattle Chain, Supreme Phantom, or the one that gives Indestructible when you Selfless Spirit, when you sack it. Alright, so we just get in, they play Supreme Phantom. They're going to try and Lord us. We basically just need to dodge Skyclave Apparition here, and so far we are. They don't attack or anything. Well, Rancor is a really good draw. It adds to our power very significantly. Now, my opponent can only deal with one of my effects, whether it's Daybreak or Spirit Mantle here. So, I'm going to get to attack for a lot. I might actually end up losing my Spider Umbra, though, to, like, their supreme amount of damage here. Alright, what are you doing? You got the Skyclave? I smell a Skyclave. Here he comes. Which are you hidden? And Mausoleum Wanderer gets a buff until end of turn. They take the Spirit Mantle. They probably just block with everything, honestly. 0 cards left in their hands, so this is the last of anything we're going to have to deal with other than it being top decked. My opponent also doesn't have access to green mana this game for potential Collected Company or something. Noble Hierarch. Yeah, we're going to be losing our Spider Umbra here no matter what. Unless they, like, just chump block with one thing. They just take the damage. I think that's reasonable. Pre-combat this, if they do Skyclave Apparition, they're not going to be able to take, like, both our Totem Armors. And we're going to be able to, like, shrink their board. So they'd probably then take Daybreak Coronet and would be attacking for, what, 4? And trade with Drogskull Captain. I mean, doesn't seem over unless they had nothing in hand. But, yeah, we'll take it. Seems good. I like it. Alright, we lost the die roll this time. Going to be on the draw, most likely. Up against Anti-Rayman. Hand is strong, we're keeping. Yeah, seems like a strong hand to me. Snap it up. Alright, so what are they doing? Mulliganing to 6. We're keeping. Alright, it's a Titan deck, so we just draw our totem armor. That's pretty decent. Alright, so creature go. We did beat one of these decks round 1, so definitely in a decent spot to do it again. We do have the tools in our sideboard. So explore from my opponent. Any other land? Or do they just brick on land drop? Or it's probably more likely they're choosing which one to play. Alright, Timber turn, Thingo. Any other amulets or any other the 1-drop creature? Alright, so do I have to be concerned? What do I have to be concerned about here? Opponent played Explore. Can play like Hyena Umbra, attack, hold Path Up. I can play Spirit Mantle, attack for 2. Look for a bigger turn next turn. I can double Aura this turn and attack. I think the line is double Aura. Maybe not. Alright, let's just attack for 2 and hold up Path. Like, my opponent, Primeval Titan's here. I want to stop it from, like, attacking and getting the draws. So, I think this is fine. So, opponent probably going to tap the land, tap the turn Timber for mana, float it, bounce it. Or is he bouncing the Gruul? Gruul Turf, okay. Cast a Boreal Grazer, yep, more mana, sure. Alright, so now he's bouncing the turn Timber. Alright, here comes prime time. More lands. So they've got turn Timber in hand that we know about, and that's it. They can go for, I guess, red mana, and then they can get a Talaria West afterwards as well. I don't know. Let's see what they choose. They're probably just going for like Field of Dead and Valakut or something. We'll see if they play around anything here. My opponent has Explore in hand. He can get Simic Growth Chamber plus the Talaria West. Explore. Play... No, Gruul Turf's on the field. They can't do that. Okay. If they draw a Gruul Turf, they can play it and then give haste, but that's pretty narrow. Narrow stuff. So, Field of Dead, Valakut, sure. Alright, so combat step, path, prime time. Opponent loses that one. Down to the Timber turn in hand and one unknown card. We draw Core Spirit Dancer, which is a pretty strong draw. Sure, let's go Core Spirit Dancer plus Totem Armor on Core Spirit Dancer. And then next turn we can Spirit Mantle Ethereal Armor her. Alright, so not the worst turn 3. No point attacking here, they'll just chump block with the Boreal Grazer, so it's all good. Gonna have a very big turn next turn. Field of the Dead, here they come. Here come the zombies. That was off a forest as well, not the timber turn. But yeah, they're obviously playing the timber turn here, looking for a creature. Hopefully no Primeval Titan. We can deal with creatures that are not Primeval Titan. Dryad of Elysian Grove is fine. Alright, make a Dryad, a Giant, Core Spirit Dancer, and attack. Pretty land flooded from that one. We put our opponent to 2. Our Core Spirit Dancer is very fat, and Field of the Dead tokens do nothing now. And explosives on 1 or 2 could get us reasonably, but then we still get in for like a minimum of 2 damage, so that's fine. Opponent concedes. Alright, sweet. Well-timed path. A very well-timed path. Alright, that's all because of how we decided to hold up path then. Alright, so Force of Vigor is good. It's a Amulet and the Dryad of the Elysian Grove. It's important. Could potentially like look at doing a Pithing Needle for Hanwha, the Hanwha land that gives haste. It's not amazing. I think Hushbringer is a reasonable efficiency swap for Core Spirit Dancer on the draw here. On the play, maybe less so. Well, we definitely want these dismembers though as well. So probably go down a Grisboon and a Land Source. And actually we'll go down on the Forest instead of the Temple Garden there. Double Spirit Dancer hand with a Dryad Arbor. And no removal or interaction of any kind. I mean, this sounds like just a mull. If our opponent, when they're on the play, lets us get a turn 2 Core Spirit Dancer into turn 3, like it not getting hit, it's a miracle. So they're very likely going to turn 3 a Titan. And if there's a turn 2 Dryad of Elysian Grove into the turn 3 Titan, I mean, it's just dying for free. And then at that point, I'm out-tempoed and I never win. So no need to keep a 7 like this. Alright, so it looks like my opponent chose to keep their 7. We will not be keeping ours. Yep. Sounds a lot better. We're going to keep this one. It's a hard bottom decision. I think it's probably Spirit Mantle. Our hand's like very aura clunked at the moment. Is it like we've got 1 mana in hand and we don't want to utilize our mana. If they explode our board, then like we just get Rancor back, we get Sentinel's Eyes back, and we can rebuild onto our Hushbringer. So that's all fine. Opponent with the turn to explore. I can only assume this means like a turn 3 prime time. Let's just get in there for 3. Obviously, the top 2 cards of our library not really helping us there. The Daybreak is nice, but the Scout is not. We needed to see mana there to like have some description and tempo, because we just lose all our tempo now. Go figure, the land deck that's playing more than 20 lands is drawn more than 1 mana. Oof. Big shocker there. Well, they're not just like slam doing something. I guess they were like umming and ahhing on the 7 because it wasn't a great 7. They just needed to like draw something to make it great. One of those risky hands players love to keep. So Gruul Turf here, probably bouncing the Fountain. It does. Alright, there comes mana. So let's Hushbringer here, and that's going to like stop their Primeval Titan for a full turn. Stop the ETBs. And if they don't like have Amulet of Vigor plus the Titan, really? 5 mana here? Are they just missing 1 mana? Alright, let's throw down some auras on our Hushbringer, and we'll attack with both creatures. So in for 8, free our opponent to 10, and then when we cast our auras next turn, we get the win. Assuming there's no interaction before then. They could be holding up a Force of Vigor here with the way they're just like pausing on my attack step. Definitely smells like a Force of Vigor. Yep. I mean, that's fine. Losing Hyena, like losing the Ethereal Armor sucks there, but it's not like our game's over. Is this the turn 5 Amulet? Oof. Oh, well, if they've got a Primeval Titan, here it comes. But no ETB from it. So I can just Daybreak on Hushbringer, attack for 5 in the air, gain 5. I can Umbra Rancor, attack for 5 in the air as well. And I'm less weak to like explosives, or less weak to another Force of Vigor. Alright, so we're going to attack in the air here, gain some life, built-in flying. Turn 6. Let's see what you do. Summoner's Pact. Alright, so here comes the Dirty Dryad. Dryad's going to hit. We're going to see what they do with their Titan triggers. They can definitely get an explosive, so... Vesuva and Valakut. And Valakut triggers. Okay. So they've got 6 triggers from their Valakut there. They're going to be able to kill Hushbringer and Killer like after the Totem Armor. So like 3 triggers on Hushbringer. 9 damage to face from the other 3 triggers. And then 6 from the Prime Time. If we draw a land, can we get there? Maybe. Like, because if we can do Rancor Daybreak, attack with Scout. I'll attack with Bogles, sorry. Scout's the one in hand. And a forest shooting us. Alright, another 9 damage to face. Got the Explorer, got the Cavern. Yeah, cool. Alright, we lose this one. Top card was another Rancor. Alright, well that wasn't going to do it anyway. So, on the play, Mana's a little bit better. Hushbringer is a little bit worse. Cool Spirit Dancer, a little bit better. Flying's like slightly more necessary now. Trim on a Hyena Umbra. We'll leave the Spider Umbras in because they pitched a Force of Vigor. Yikes. This is a fairly risky hand, but a fairly high reward hand. We've got 2 pieces of interaction. A Core Spirit Dancer, which is a payoff card. And the Hexproof creature, I think I'm going to keep. It's like really risky though, but we can, if we don't draw any auras or any mana, we can just hold up Path and Force of Vigor. And as long as we don't brick on aura and mana for 2 turns, I think we're fine. Tribe Scout, alright. Force of Vigor is no good here. So we do draw the aura. I'm going to play it. I am going to attack. See if my opponent has the turn 2 Dryad. Well, there's the Amulet. Alright, show me Dryad. I want a nice clean 2 for 2. Valakut. Coming on down. Growth Chamber. I smell Dryad of Elysian Grove. Could just be explosives on one as well. Fire Spout? I mean, flippin' heck, man. Calm the hell down. Why? Oh, dude. Give me mana. Just give me mana there. Give me a green aura. Like, dude. Freaking Fire Spout? Are you kidding me? Oh, dude. It's just not on. It's not even going to be good there. If I play like any other aura, I get 4 toughness. If I didn't keep a 1-land hand, that would have been fine. Oh my god, dude. Get out of town. Talk about your high rolls. Like, flippin' hell. That card was like unusually good there. Like unusually way better than what it normally is on a normal mode. Now we're still both looking for like an aura and a mana. Oh boy. All of that for a Dryad. Okay. Hey, Ametnik, how you going? Easy wins, reasonably. I mean, I've worked for a few of them. Play core set up for next turn. If I play core here, man, I'm just like super dead to Primeval Titan, which they're sort of telling is in hand. I I kind of think I just have to hold up path. I'm gonna hold up path, man. You are no matter what. Right? I don't think I can call. Oh, you mean I'm dead no matter what? Yeah, maybe. Like, slim chances. Can't play around Titan. They definitely have it, though, like... Oh, let's see what they do. I can't even, like, path their Dryad draw step because the land will just come into play untapped off the Amulet of Vigor. So, path feels, like, super bad here. How have you been anyway, dude? What have you been up to? Your point is, if you lose to Titan no matter what, and then don't play like they don't have it. Yeah, I get the point. I definitely get the point. You're tired? You haven't slept this night? How come you haven't been sleeping, man? You been up studying or something? Or too stressed to sleep? Another like plus of doing this is I can potentially cycle my Horizon Canopy into a green card and 2-for-1 the Dryad of Lycian Grove and the Amulet of Vigor in response to like Valor Cult triggers. No, way too old for study, but you just don't sleep well. Yeah, always sleep well. Yeah. Yeah, well, stress can have an impact on a lot of people. You might have something like sleep apnea that gets a lot of people too. So, like, my matches so far, I won, like, my first match against yPrincipe, who's 6th on the leaderboard. He was running Amulet Titan as well. I beat a Prowess deck. I beat the mono, the blue-red Prowess deck. I beat mono-red Obosh deck. And yeah, that's all been pretty decent. So opponent with 6 mana here. Turn time. Turn timber. Okay, here it is. Tribe Scout. Well, that was a letdown. I mean, I think I just... Do I path my own creature and then, like, set up for core plus 1 mana aura next turn? And then I can draw into a green aura for Force of Vigor and blow up my opponent's stuff. Like, I think... No. Do I cycle the Horizon Canopy then? I can still 2-for-1 the... Like, 2-for-2 the Dryad and the Amulet. Like, I'm not guaranteed to draw aura here. You just draw? Alright. I guess I can always blow up draw step. So we draw the Ethereal Armor. I think it's just Ethereal Pass. Yeah, cool. Alright, you're agreeing. Hold up the path still. No attacks into their 8 toughness and 6 power, so... Yeah, next turn is decent. It's not like game winning or anything, but it's decent. Transmute Talaria West, yuck. Summoner's Pact. Alright, they went for Summoner's Pact. Here comes the Gruul Turf. I don't think we're dead. We do have the path. Yeah, it's a Titan coming, but we can path the Titan in response to their, like, beginning of combat. So they'll give it haste, but they won't get the draw effect. Like they won't get the extra 2 lands from attacking. Yeah, in the beginning. Well, yeah, I suppose, but BRB. All right, see you soon. Alright, so this is an interesting spot. We can Daybreak and attack, or we can Dismember. Damn, 1 mana short. Yeah, we just drew the Dismember. We did get our opponent. We're not dead. We're taking, like, damage from Dryad triggers at the moment. Need to Coronet? I mean, we don't need to. If we Dismember and attack, then we just take 4 from the Tribe Scout and we die, so we do need a Coronet. Yeah, you're right. Alright. So that's an attack for 6 now. I know they've got Castle Garenbrig in hand. I can't remember if they put a different bounce land in hand or not. So they need to pay for the Summoner's Pact. Yeah. Maybe. Thing is, they can, like, because they've got the Tribe Scout, they can do multiple bounce lines a turn. They can get this Talaria West transmuted, and they can start doing other stuff. And all of this dealing 3 damage to us with the Valakut. They Simic out when they cast the sorcery. Yeah. Another Primeval Titan? Come on, man. Don't do this rubbish to me. Why does this deck always have, like, 3 Primeval Titans? Yeah, super GG. Unless they fetch their lands wrong. Well, they could fetch their lands wrong here. Oh, so now we're dead to, like, attack triggers anyway? Okay, sure, whatever. Like, 20 damage to the face from stupid Valakuts, so... Well, that's fine. Alright, so 3-2 is going to be good enough that time. So yeah, I mean, list seemed semi-reasonable to me. Just went 3-2 there. I must say, I wasn't a very big fan of Dismember at all. I think probably Path is just better. Pithing Needle still seems fine, especially, like, we saw more mono-red decks again, so definitely wanting to go in on Pithing Needle. I might just go to, like, the 3rd Pithing Needle and leave in a Path here, and then... You like Dismembers? Yeah, but... It lost me one of my games against Prowess, man. Too many needles? Yeah, but, like, mono-red Prowess is everywhere, and they sideboard 4 Blast Zones and 2 Oblivion Stones. And we just, like, don't beat that deck. I think I want an Unflinching Courage in the deck. I've been thinking it for, like, the last few days. Heroic Intervention. Over Needle. It seems reasonable. I don't know if I have it on here or not. I don't have it in here. I might need to go shopping. The only problem with that is I'd need to leave the mana up. If you need answers to Blast Zone and Oblivion Stone, yeah. That's reasonable. I might give that a shot. Alright, so for anyone watching at home on YouTube, I'm going to stop the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you're new, subscribe for daily content and ring that bell for more. Thanks. I'll see you next time.